Stage 18 of the Tour de France had seen another exhibition from Jumbo-Visma. Wout van Aert and the rest of the team setting up Jonas Vingegaard, who left behind Tadej Pogacar and put a firm grasp on the Tour de France. 3:26 now between Vingegaard and Pogacar, with the mountain stages having finished. To stage 19. 3 days to go until the end of the race. Anything still able to happen, but on a flat parcours, it could have been one for the sprinters or the breakaway. But with crosswinds forecast, the riders were ready for anything. The stage would start in Castelnau-Magnoac and head north. Northeast, in fact, going through Auch, home of the late Nicolas Portal, before finishing in Cahors. Wind blowing from left to right for most of the day, 188 kilometres on the menu, and a few lumps and bumps along the way. There was no big fight for the breakaway in the end. 5 riders got away, but they were not allowed too much time up the road. Another protest interrupted the tour, but after a very short break, riders were back on their bikes. The breakaway's gap was restored, and the race got back underway. Through the intermediate sprint, Quinn Simmons took the 20 points. The peloton then honoured the late Nicolas Portal, former sports director at Team Sky. Philippe Gilbert, Guillaume van Kerspoelk and the rest continued to chase, almost bringing back the break at one stage. One man did drop back from the break, that would be Nils Pollitt, but Honoré continued. Van der Horn was with him, as was Mohoric. It was in the town of Lozerte that things began to change. 53 kilometres remaining, the first of 2 fourth category climbs on the day. Simmons attacking, Mohoric briefly going with him. But only briefly. Simmons continued for a little while longer alone, but would eventually be caught. The 3 remaining riders were first to be swallowed up by what was left of the peloton, in danger itself of splitting. Over the second categorised climb, a big no-no from the American. No chance with 35 k's to go. Tadej Pogacar continued in his racing spirit, but he was never going to pull back the time required to take the yellow jersey, attacking on a day like this. There was a strong attack that went away though. Alexis Goujard followed by Jasper Stuyven and Fred Wright. They'd get around half a minute of a gap. And work really well together. Catania, the last of the quick-step riders to give up the chase. And it was in the balance inside the final 4 kilometres. Lotto Soudal putting in a few desperate turns to try and bring Caleb Ewan into the equation. But eventually they'd be caught. And with 1.4 kilometres remaining, Christophe Laporte would bridge the gap. Wout van Aert having done his work this time. Laporte going around what was left of the breakaway, launching his own sprint and taking it all the way to the finish line. 29 years of age, a first Tour de France stage win for him, a 5th for his team at this race, still with 2 days to go, and more importantly, for the host nation, a first French stage win in 38 long stages. Alaphilippe on stage 1 last year, all the way to Laporte on stage 19 in 2022. Jumbo-Visma winning stages back-to-back with different riders. From Van Aert to Vingegaard and now Laporte. The Dutch team has had 3 different winners at this tour so far. Laporte ahead of Philipsen and Dainese, with Sénéchal and Pogacar in the top 5. Another day ticked off for yellow and green. Vingegaard leading by 3:21 now ahead of Pogačar. Thomas at 8 minutes with Gaudu 4th and Quintana in 5th. There was a slight changes with the odd second and odd split going into the 40.7 kilometre time trial. Time trial to Rocamadour. Three checks along the way. A long old ride. And you'll be able to watch the decisive time trial of this 2022 Tour de France live and on demand on GCN+. And a reminder, the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift will be live and on demand from Sunday.